As the curtain closes on 2015, we felt it would only be right to decide who our best players in each position were for not just world football. We will get to other sports, but we're going to start on the world's most beautiful game, and that is world football. And the first position we're going to look at, thanks to the candidates being drawn up by UEFA, we're going to take their candidates, and if there was something that wasn't included, some drastic decision that wasn't in there, we would take that into account. But they seem to have, I would say, narrowed down the best of the bunch for the best defenders in 2015. In typical TYT Sports fashion, we're going to make up our own mind. We're going to decide who we think is the best defender 2015. Roll the candidacy, step up to the plate.
They're all great candidates, and even the one that I'm going to choose isn't even on this list because it scrolls down more, but we wanted to give you some context. So, by winning percentage, Gerard Piqué, Alba, Alves, Mascherano, Boateng, Ramos, and Silva are up there. They also do it by goals, but defenders, Francis, if you come back to us, they don't need to see. They don't. It's not about that. So that's just for context. We get it. Steph Curry was born in Akron, and this list was made from UEFA. We understand. Francis, you're very keen to the defender position.
Yes.
Some reasoning maybe because you played. Defense. What do we call it here?
Defense.
Defense. Position in football.
Franchise.
But who is the best defender in football in 2015?
Gerard Piqué.
Wow, confident.
Yeah, come back with a pretty poor season before. Come back 2015 to win the treble with Barcelona. It's going to be a go-to for many of these. When you're part of that team that wins it so dominantly, Jason, you just have to, because Piqué stepped up with I would say a lot of big games in the Champions League to help them through, managed to handle a very tough attacking team in Bayern Munich very well. And I thought overall, bouncing back from a tough season and also just being an overall comedic figure on Twitter as well, even though that's not really what I'm taking into account. He is funny in that way. He's the outright best defender for me
that
in
definitely
2015.
gives him a tiny boost.
I know, when he posts just emoji faces and gets like 70,000 retweets, badass.
So it's undoubtedly Gerard Piqué?
Yeah, I mean, there's a case to be made for Thiago Silva. There's a case to be made. John Terry's not even on there, but you got to take the first half of 2015 when Chelsea won the Premier League.
And
that's
the
second half takes him down.
That's going to be really interesting when we get to midfielders, because that's how the first half and second half.
Yeah.
I thought I wanted to make a case. I want to make a case for Diego Godin from Atletico.
Why you kind of smile when
I
you
took
say
some notes because I know that he's probably not the best defender of 2015 because Piqué won treble with Barcelona. You could just take anybody from freaking Barcelona, and Sergio Ramos deserves some credit as well this year. But Diego Godin on the national level had some very big goals for Uruguay, including one that put him up against Chile in a friendly or a match that had some significance to it. But that's not the only reason. He is really strong in the air, both offensively and defensively, and he played exceptionally well in the Champions League against Real Madrid, against Olympiacos, against, I'm missing another team in there, but Real Madrid and Atletico were 0-0 in the first match and then Real Madrid went through 1-0. Atletico as a whole defensive unit was dominant defensively, and he was their anchor.
Yeah.
So I feel like when you have a team like Atletico who does have a strong starting 11 to compete, they're back in the Champions League this year. They're at a slight disadvantage when you have to face the wrath of Bale and James Rodriguez and Cristiano Ronaldo, and then on the other side Messi and Neymar and Suarez on a regular basis. I thought Diego Godin just deserves a little more credit.
Yeah, I agree. I think
I would, if I'm subjectively choosing who I want to be the best defender, then I want Diego Godin to be the best defender. I get that Piqué had a better season and Ramos had a better season and Thiago Silva, but I think he had a better. I think Godin is ahead of Alba. I think he's ahead of David Luiz.
Yeah,
and they're getting some recognition.
Yeah,
so.
I think.
Bam! Drop the paper.
I think you made a strong case for Diego Godin. If this was 2014, he could have well won the best defender of the year because Atletico Madrid, phenomenal, and made it to the Champions League final and won La Liga. They were fantastic, and they deserved a lot of credit.
I'm down with Godin.
Yeah, I'm down with Godin as well. But this season, I just don't think he can compete with the big man Piqué, and he gets home. He gets to go home this year.
That's a huge plus. Last tidbit about Godin before we go. Godin, most boring transfer rumor person ever. No, I'm just going to stay at Atletico.
Yeah, he doesn't need to go anywhere. He's found his niche. But
Cool.
There's plenty more in there. We just wanted to give you ours. So Jason's making a case for Godin. I'm making the case for Gerard Piqué, but there is tons in there. John Terry, first half of the season, a fantastic season last year for Chelsea. Of course, the second half, we've got to take into account the full calendar year 2015. Chelsea's demise.
John Terry meme, your favorite John Terry meme?
How's the
How's
wife?
your wife?
Make sure to come back to TIT Sports. Let us know in the comments. We're going to do this position by position, and then we'll have a full starting 11 of the best team in 2015. Come back, subscribe, Francis_Maxwell on Twitter, Jason Rubin91.